In this video, I'm going to show you how to properly diagnose and replace a humidity controller on a Santa Fe RX dehumidifier. Some of the symptoms of a faulty humidity controller are the unit runs too long and doesn't shut off when the humidity controller is turned down, or the unit does not come on at all when the humidity controller is turned to a dry setting. The tools required for replacing the humidity controller on a Santa Fe RX dehumidifier are a cordless drill with a number 2 Phillips bit or a Phillips head screwdriver and a 11/32 wrench. First, remove the top access cover off the dehumidifier by pulling it forward and releasing it out of the front catch mechanisms. To remove the rear cover on the Santa Fe RX dehumidifier, start by removing the 6 Phillips screws with either a Phillips screwdriver, a plus style screwdriver, or cordless drill with a number 2 Phillips bit. Just to speed things up, I'm going to use a drill. To remove the outer cabinet, remove the 6 Phillips screws located on the inside behind the rear cover. To remove these screws, you'll either need a Phillips screwdriver or drill with Phillips bit, and also a 11/32 socket or needle nose pliers to grab a nut behind each screw. Next, grab each side of the cabinet and pull out toward the outside of the machine and push back toward the front of the unit and slide the cabinet off. After you've removed the cover, the next step is to remove the black knob off of the humidity controller. Simply pull up on the knob and it'll come loose off the humidity controller. Remove the 2 Phillips screws which are located on each side of the stem. The control will come loose out of the bottom. Note the 2 wires plugged into the humidity controller are terminal connectors. Simply unplug the wires from the controller and install the new humidity controller by plugging the wires into the terminal connectors, sliding the stem back up through the opening on the top, and reinstalling the screws. Note on the back of the knob, there'll be one side that is flat. The same on the shaft there. Install the knob so that the flat side slides onto that. Make sure not to push the control knob too far down as it will hit the screws and keep it from turning. Next, I'll be showing you how to reinstall the cover on the Santa Fe RX. One thing just to note after any repair was done is to just make sure that nothing is sticking out past the back of the machine, especially copper tubing. If so, just kind of slightly push back in toward the inside of the unit. With the cover, on the top is a lip which rests on top of the dehumidifier. Just make sure that that sits on there. And then the cover obviously slides apart in order to get it around the machine. Get the lip on that side. Pull it up on the sides of the machine. Push it into place. And then reinstall your 6 Phillips screws where you'd removed them before. Again, you can either use a Phillips screwdriver or a drill with a Phillips bit. I'm just using the drill to speed up the processing. Next, you'll be reinstalling the rear cover with the 6 Phillips screws. Next, go ahead and install your top cover by lining up the holes on the bottom of the cover on the top pillars here, and then snapping in the catch in the back of the dehumidifier. Once it's in place, go ahead and slide it back and snap it into position.